Monsieur l'expert, c'est avec une grande joie que je vois la parole aujourd'hui. Nous n'avons rien empêché l'occasion de discuter par rapport à l'éducation, la formation, du travail. C'est la 40e fête des travailleurs. 140e fête du travail. C'est un honneur pour nous, monsieur l'expert, de vous accueillir dans notre institution, à la NASLA, que j'espère que vous connaissez, vous avez entendu parler, à l'occasion de cette célébration. Et comme nous sommes des travailleurs, nous avons en face de nous des travailleurs, on sait que le monde du travail est assez difficile. Nous vivons sous la pression non seulement des besoins de la hiérarchie, qui j'ai vu dans un post sur le WhatsApp, sur le statut, quelqu'un qui disait que celui qui est en train de dire que je peux tout pour mon boss est en train de le gifler maintenant pour lui du stress. Donc je paraphrase parce que ce n'est pas exactement ça. Mais c'était pour dire que le milieu du travail est vraiment stressant avec les attentes de la hiérarchie, les attentes de nos collaborateurs même. Et à cela, il faut ajouter aussi la pression familiale de nous parler, se parler, nous parler, et se dire comment affronter cette situation de stress dans le milieu du travail pour continuer à rendre le travail aussi intéressant, attractif et productif vis-à-vis de nos hiérarchies et combler les attentes qui sont celles de notre hiérarchie. C'est pourquoi ils ont donc pensé à une thématique qui porte sur le stress en milieu professionnel. Comment gérer ce stress? Comment se comporter même quand nous sommes stressés pour ne pas perdre la face, pour ne pas déraper? C'est autant de questions auxquelles le personnel qui est devant nous, monsieur Mbalet, tout ce personnel est en train d'attendre beaucoup de votre présentation. Et ils sont là. Parce que les voyez, ils sont déjà stressés là. Ça devait commencer à 10h, ça a commencé à 11h passer. Et je m'en excuse aussi parce que après une longue absence hors du campus, il y avait des dossiers qu'il fallait gérer. Donc il fallait aussi un peu les stresser.
I will go ahead straight away to present to us Mr. Songa, who has his attributes many caskets. He is a sports journalist, he is a coach, he is a speaker, psychologist, equally executive director for the Cameroon Association of Football of 7th side, which is I think it's a recent association just created. He's already working to get the authorization from the Ministry of Sports and Physical Education. And in this respect, with regards to the numerous spoken activities that he has had to handle, we thought it wise to have him here amongst our staff. The topic in itself speaks volumes, just like Madame Deje said. I will not want to elaborate more on it. It fits within our context. There is a lot of stress mechanisms that we have, and the theme that we have is management of stress at the place of work. I wouldn't dare to say we are not here to say cancelling the stress. We say managing the stress because we definitely know that as part of a lot of things when it comes to work, there are certain things we may not be able to handle at this level. But like Madame the Director General said, certain questions, if they are directed at the administration, definitely can be handled by the administration here. And do not be afraid to interact. The coach, the speaker is here, our facilitator is here to answer any questions, and we are expecting that the discussions will be even more fluid during the interactive phase and not just when we do this presentation.
Thank you, City. And a special thank you to the Director General, who is absent here. I think for giving me the opportunity to be here today. It's an opportunity. I'm still setting my stance on 5. So I also want to thank everyone who is here. I will begin by appreciating your efforts. You are doing an amazing job. Producing administrators, only Enam does that. So after Enam, it's you guys. So you are doing a great job, and we cannot undermine that. As you can see, this is all of me. This is all of me. All I tell you. I did not come with a laptop for a presentation, no projection, but I came for an interactive discussion. Because I have in front of me teachers, intellectuals, I have in front of me experts. So I don't have in front of me students. Students, maybe I can do presentations, demonstrations. But these are adults, these are professionals, these are people who create administrators. So, I mean, we are almost on the same echelon. This is just an appellation. I don't like considering myself an expert yet. And let's give our attention. So, I would like to begin with, before we go to the topic itself, which is stress and everything that comes along with it, let us begin by identifying certain things that will lead to stress. And before we get there, I want to talk about intentionality. And let me begin by asking this question. I'm throwing it to the floor. Anybody can answer. If your answer is right, fine. If your answer is not right, we all are here to learn. Let me go for my guys. Mr. Wilson, sorry, I have to tackle you. What's the most important organ of your body? What do you think? What is the most important? Oh, he says his heart. How many people second his opinion? Please just indicate. If you think your heart is the most important organ of your body, please indicate. Alright. Interesting. How many people think it's your brain? Okay, few people think it's your brain. Let me go back to my friend. You said your heart, and those of you who said their heart, what is the appropriate heartbeat rate of your heart, which is the most important organ on your body? It's not a problem if you know. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure about that. Okay, he says he's not sure. I like that. Their brain. The brain, come on. Amygdala, you know where that is? I'm tricking you to think it's in your brain. Where is it? You don't know. You know, where is it? Amygdala. It's not a part of it. It's not a substance. Well, I think she doesn't know, which is fine. See? So, it's an assignment for all of us. We don't know what is happening within this body. I cannot live in your body, can I? Can you live in this body? Come on, wake up. This is the only place I have to live as Mr. Mbale. Right? Explain to me why I should not know more about this thing, and I should know more about Regina Daniel. Who knows Regina Daniel? Who knows Zumanto? Do you think Zumanto will ever have the opportunity to know your program? I'm going to do that. I'm saying that. Do you think he's ever going to have the opportunity to know you in person as much as the way you know him? No. So, ladies and gentlemen, what explains this fact? That our brains, which we use every day, in fact, if none of our brains and our hearts We are not here. But we don't know about these things. Is that a cause for concern? It should be. From every standard, it should be. Sorry, I'm not going to say something here which is new to somebody. These are things we know, but most of the times we are carried away by work, family, business, entertainment, and most importantly, 8 weeks just to detox a fellow human being on how to properly use this thing and don't let it use it. That's by the way. Since we are talking about mobile phones, who does this? How many of us, let's be honest, who does this? How many of us do this? Let's be honest. There's no stranger here. Who does this? Majority of us. Right? Who sleep with their phone under the pillow? Majority of us. Let's be honest. Most at times, who wakes up, first thing, they go to their phone. Majority. Now explain to me, does this thing have a hand which is calling you, touch me? Does it? It does it, right? So, why are we so focused here? Who can think of any reason why adult human beings are being controlled by a small device? Yeah. By being unconscious. As simple as that. Unaware. The phone does not have a hand. The phone does not whisper to you, hey, touch me, touch me, touch me. Touch me. No, it doesn't. Your brain repeats a pattern that's running automatically, with or without your consent. It is running. Touch, pick, swipe. So if you are not intentional, and intentionality is not just a statement, it's not just a word, it's a lifestyle, practice. You must take out time in the course of your busy day to say, stop. I'm in control. Is that going to resurrect me now? I'm not sure. Am I hurt? I'm not sure. Will I stop this session? I'm not sure. Because it's my life. I control everything that happens in my life. Of our unconsciousness. That's life. Be conscious of your unconsciousness. And unconsciousness does not only apply to the phone, like I said. Feeding is a unique opportunity that we have natural elements. I'm going to say that again, please. It's a unique opportunity in the course of a day that we humans have to replenish our body fluids, body nutrients, vital elements, because of what you eat and how you eat it. I mean, as humble as I can be, even the head of state will not get me on phone with and feeding. So, I've missed some appointments, of course, they weren't meant for me. Because what is meant for me will always find me. 15 minutes in the course of a day, I sit down, this thing is away, and I'm feeding my body, the only place I have to give you. Can we, just for a moment, dismantle the old belief of eat, and consecrate those 15 minutes or so to properly energizing, strengthening, and reinforcing this only body you have to live in. Not me, you. So that way you determine what goes into the body. Right? You don't take excesses, sugar, alcohol. You become conscious. Another thing. So we've talked about feeding as a concentrated activity. Another one is sleeping. Please be attentive, we are going to the main topic. You will see how all of this is connected. Weapon of mass destruction over time. How many of us sleep off with our phones? Or watching the TV? Many of us do that. And the problem is, since we don't see the effect, we think there's no effect. True or false? It's dangerous for you to sleep off with this. And I'm going to define sleep. Sleeping, or sleeping by the way, who has an idea? Interesting. When you are unconscious, madam, who gave the answer? When you are unconscious, does your brain still work? Yes. We are going somewhere. Does your heart still work while you are sleeping? Yes. Wow. You see, you are getting into the trap. Yes, it's a trap. So, if your brain and your mind and your heart is still working while you are unconscious, while you are sleeping, do you think now that sleeping is a consecrated activity or not? Give me your attention, please. Sleep. You might write this down if you want. Sleeping is the unseen part of creation. It might not make sense. Alright, this is where it gets interesting. Bear with me that my French will not be as fluent as my English. Donc, je suis en train de dire que pour dormir, n'est-ce pas? Nous ne sommes plus en conscience quand on a fait de dormir. Not so. Mais est-ce que le cœur continue à battre? Oui. Est-ce que le cerveau marche? Oui. Donc, il ne faut pas considérer le sommeil comme juste une activité banale comme ça. Because while you are sleeping, here's the point, what she said, your conscious mind gives room to your unconscious mind. Conscious or subconscious, yes. So, before people go to bed, here's the thing about sleeping. Whatever you don't go to bed watching horror movie, for example. Where do you think nightmares come from? You think you just, nightmares just come? Where do you think suffering is multiplied? Imagine someone going to bed at night. How can move again? Man, for wake up, go for that walk. Hey, she said, we love me. I did not say that. Come into your subconscious mind. Who should I call them? Coach. Coach was shouting at me today at the training. Can you imagine something that happened in the morning? You have been keeping it and you are taking it to bed and giving it to your subconscious. See, Papa, replicate me this. As if I don't know, I call him back. Papa, can you imagine the coach was shouting at me? Something that happened in the morning. I'm taking it to bed. I drop all of that into my subconscious mind. Do you think my body is going to rest? Do you think my mind is going to rest? Do you think my morning will be refreshed? Hey, let's wake up. It sounds simple, but until someone who says they are worried, they don't know why, especially in the morning. I don't feel like going to work today. Come on. All of that is a result of how you went to sleep. sleeping is a consecrated activity. It's the moment where you tell your subconscious mind, this is what I want. Create more of this for me. I want to rest my body, right? I want to feel energized when I wake up in the morning. It does. Who has noticed that when you have negative thoughts, they keep repeating? It's a chain. It finds other negative activities and creates a pattern. You think negative, round the clock, before you know it, you're spiraling down into depression, for example. Sickness. Days before I transcend from consciousness from consciousness. All light, turn off. This thing, it sleeps in the parlor, not in my bedroom. So even if it's Jesus Christ who calls me at 2 a.m., sorry Christ, see you in the morning. Yeah, it's a rule. It's my life. If he gets you, take my life. Leave me as power. So I'm just saying that these are the rules you put. Preparing my environment to go to sleep. I'm not taking a back. Sleep does not pick me halfway, no. If I'm watching TV, I watch TV. If I'm watching a football game, I watch the game. I finish the game. Now I know the next 30 minutes, I need to prepare my environment to sleep. 20 minutes before I go unconscious. It's simple. Gratitude. What I'm grateful for today. Oh, I came to work. There was no incident at work. My colleagues, no accident at work. We have something to eat. We took the kids to school and back. They have their own homes which they eat. I mean, basic things like this, right? It's what we call gratitude. Gratitude. The sky must not touch the earth in the environment. It's not something ginormous. The fact that I was able to come to work today and reach this like that, we had a nice conversation. We had a productive conversation. At the end of the day, the report was favorable. Right? These are things you load into your subconscious mind before going to bed, such that the next day, right, you wake up, guys, no nightmares. Everything I'm going to say today, we are going to do the same things that we have been doing. Not because we are not here, not because we are not attentive, because there's already an automatic pattern that is running in everyone of us. If you have to disrupt that pattern, you have to be intentional. You have to say, hey, I've been sleeping this way. It has been wrong. Let me try this other way and see what I get out of it. Right? So intentionality, 3 things we've talked about. The first was sleep. No, the last was sleep. The previous one was what? Feeding. And which one again? Okay, bathing. For example. Bathing, just bathing in the morning. It's a consecrated activity until you are enlightened to why it's a consecrated activity. So from childhood, guess what we do? The moment you get out from childhood, this is what most of us have been practicing. Get out of bed, get into the bathroom, put soap on your body, rinse it, and you're off clean. We did that through primary school. Any challenges he has, whether family, whether work, if you didn't sleep well at night, it is dissolved under the shower. And it's intentional. So you close your eyes, you imagine that as the water runs down, it goes along with all the negativity, all the stress, all the challenges, all the difficulties, and he steps out of the bathroom a different person, ready for the day. Instead, get it, put me pressure. I mean, it's a choice, that is a choice. So you choose that way, and others choose to be intentional. So number 1 thing was about intentionality. Every little thing you do was come with an intention. Just even if it's an email you want to send to a colleague, stop, think, put intention before you send. How many people am I looking at? You said about the 100. So I already have a picture of how many people I'm facing. Right? So now, because executing what I've already thought, conceived in the house. Depending on how intentional you've been. For that, any question, any contribution on what we've said, please don't let me down. Don't let your me down. I hope I was not speaking to people who were sleeping. Oh. Yeah, some men they didn't go the way up.
Sleep.
Okay.
Yes, I know that to go to sleep, you are not really conscious of the exact time when you go to sleep. When you say, there was 20 minutes, I go to sleep. You just expose yourself. Yes, let me explain myself.
Which is a good thing, right? She said, you are not conscious of when you go to sleep. Exact time. Right? Who seconds our opinion? Majority of us. So, when you start, listen, when you start practicing how to sleep well, right? You will command, here's the word I used. You will command the moment when you transit. After you must have done all the other peripheral issues, you will say, okay, it's time. Within the next 3 minutes, you're gone. It comes to intention and practice. So, for you who has not been practicing, it's normal for you not to know exactly where you can go because you have not prepared your environment, your mind, your body to go. It takes you by surprise. It hits you when you're not ready. But for someone who practices, is it going to be easy? Not at all. There are days where I still miss track, of course, and then some days where I get myself back on track. So it's practice, and then from practice it becomes lifestyle. When you are at lifestyle level, I don't wake up with an alarm clock. It's almost like a miracle or magical. I wake up every day at 5, 8. My mind wakes up, I become conscious, and my body wakes up at 5:30 with or without an alarm clock. That's not how it started. I practiced. Same thing, if I want to wake up at 4 a.m., days where I have to travel, days where I have to do some early morning work, I program myself the night before. It works. It's no magic, no miracle. So it's a good question. Like I said, you have to practice with intention and then you get it. Thank you very much. Please, more contributions, more questions on the personality. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
So I don't have it.
So you have said so many inspiring things, and I realized looking at when actually I succeed to discipline. Let me use the word discipline myself. That will be whether for feeding or for sleeping. The next day, I am a wonderful human being. I have a very nice personality, right?
Wow.
But the difficulty comes with, it is still about discipline, like you said. But I wanted to know from you, for example, how many times or how often in your life do you realize that, oh, I have not eaten since morning? And what are some of the things that can take you, carry you away that you even forget about these things you already know that are important for you and for your well-being? And how do you work at overcoming those sort of obstacles?
For moments. And then I realized I have not eaten. No, that's not me. Maybe I'm in someone else's body. That's it. You see this mass here? Yes. Excuse me. What you carry me away and I forget to eat? Are you serious? Not me, maybe you. Come on, let's be serious. No. Not even walk. Yeah? In fact, if you are the type of person who is carried away by walk and forgets to eat, you should be something. Yes, it's a bad attitude. You can corrupt the next person and the next person. The point is, over time, that affects productivity negatively. Imagine you don't feel well, or you eat, right? And you're not eating right. You're focusing on work. Interesting. Oh, si monsieur, non, ça donne. Ses réponses sont bien expliquées, fine. For the first 1 month, 2 months, nothing happens. It's fine. Let's walk ahead. 6 months down the line, your poor eating attitude causes you to break down. For example, we don't want to estimate the gravity at which you break down, right? And you don't come to work for 3 months. Now, that man who used to be one of the best workers because he was contributing more work than himself is no longer there. That affects overall productivity. So it's a bad attitude, right? Discipline and consciousness, awareness. But it's your life. If you say you eat 3 times a day, make sure you eat 3 times a day. On most of the days. Of course, there could be days where you're traveling, you might not have the opportunity to feed properly. For example, I live where I'm going to 8 hours in the bus. I have breakfast at home, it means I'm going to skip lunch. I might only eat in the evening. But on the way, I can get something to eat.
I think there are situations that we can never run away from stress. The friend says, violar mode push. I didn't get that, please. Violar mode push. Violar mode push. I'm hearing that for the first time. Which means there's nothing French.
Thank you for your presentation, and I'm sure it is impacting in us positively. Yeah, I want to come to our normal lifestyle and what we hear in the quarters most of the time. The first example, I would say I don't drink, and my peer group, whenever we are together, they say I get angry for long because I don't drink. So I accumulate stress on myself. And if I was drinking every day, my stress would be reducing. Now, whenever we go for medical checkup at our infirmary, those people were telling me that my stress is getting high. Other people have high BP, and my own BP is normal. So I want to know if it is scientifically proven that alcohol can help you to reduce stress. That is the question I wanted to answer.
You already did the answer. Yeah, the answer is you say when you go to the infirmary, their pressure is usually high and just down. That's period. And I'm saying that we are not a tree, right? Change that community. Change the people you hang out with. Else, one day, they will introduce you into their drinking spray, and before you know it, you are like them. Yes, I mean, now be very careful of what we call community. Yeah. Stress. Very careful. Because what our community is, it's a summation of the average of normalized standards. Who got that? The community is a summation of the averages of normalized standards. You're not normal. Huh? You're not there. No. You are low. And if everybody is doing something which is wrong, you won't do it because everybody is doing it. No. Every other person in here, I have a choice. I can do it. I might be wrong, I might try, but I have the choice to do it. Right? So, dismantle that belief system, my brother. How is it possible that alcohol consumption, worst of all, alcohol abuse reduces stress? Come on, in which world are we? Right?
Since only a scientific issue, what's the place of genetics? Because you see a family.
Here's the statistics I got. In the US, from 5 to 11 years, a child must have been told, no, don't do it. Don't do that. Don't shout at least 150 times. 150,000 times between 5 years and 10 years. And that's in the US. Extrapolate that data to where we are. How many times do we insult our children? How many times are we aggressive towards our children? Unconsciously. I always tell people, the last time I was at the presentation, I said, Mama, when you go home, be intentional. Take pen. Count the number of times you wash your child. Count the number of times you shout at them. Count the number of times you reprimand them. From their age now to the next 10 years. Or in that aggression is an acceptable form of communication. That's what they pick up. Yeah, exactly. So it's genes has to do with, like I said, that brain or brain diseases, right?